Welcome into today's matchup. Healdsburg Prune Packers taking on the Solano Mudcats. I'm Ryan Moffett, joined by my partner, Hugo Traverso. We're bringing you to today's action, and it's a big game for the Packers. They're coming off of 2 straight losses, a rare sighting, a losing streak from the Packers, but the Lincoln Potters have had their number recently, so they're looking to turn it around here against the Mudcats. And getting the start for the Packers is Alec Ballardis. Hugo, what are you looking forward to in today's matchup?
I'm looking forward to a lot of strikeouts, Ryan. Alec Ballardis has been one of the best strikeout pitchers in the PEL. His K ratio right now is 38-4, so he's 38 strikeouts to only 4 walks. He's pitched in 10 games, so one of the more experienced summer pitchers here for the Packers. Recently committed to San Diego State University on a transfer from ASU. Got a 4.55 ERA, but that doesn't reflect the greatness he possesses.
No, you talk about that strike-to-walk ratio, nearly 10-1. Holy cow, he has been so efficient. We see it. Sometimes he's put in tough spots, but he has been able to put away batters left and right this year. He's going to look to do that in his start today against the Mudcats. He's got to go against Wyatt Davis, the leadoff man for the Mudcats. And music fades. We're officially underway. Here's Ballardis' first pitch. And a check swing. It misses up high.
Yeah, the man at the plate, Wyatt Davis, he's heading to the University of San Francisco next year. Coaches over there are very hyped about him coming there. I've talked to them. They're really excited about what he's going to bring to the plate.
Right there, he fouls it up and onto the roof of the grandstand. So count even at 1-1 now.
Davis leads the Mudcats in home runs, 3 homers, 17 RBIs.
Right there, he watches strike 2 go by. So now Ballardis ahead in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 on its way, and a swing and a miss. You talked about the strikeouts at the beginning of the game, and holy cow, he's not messing around. Ballardis, first batter faced and first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, great chase pitch there from Ballardis. Sinker, just arm side break, and breaks away from the bat of Davis. That's right there. That is going to be a reliable pitch to lefties for Ballardis.
And the first pitch right there to Tyler Crudo in for a strike.
Yeah, Crudo, he's out of Sonoma State University, so looking for a new home next year. Wish him the best with that.
Breaking ball action, but that's missing inside. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. Same pitch, but a little tighter. So falls into the zone. Count goes 1-2 now. Good job early on by Ballardis to stay ahead in the counts and get ahead early. This chopped over to third base. Good fielding by Martinez. His throw on time. So Martinez with a little bit of a backhand action to keep that ball in front of him and get a good throw for out number 2.
Yeah, looking at Martinez over there at third, his defense was definitely called into question earlier on this year, but he really has flabbergasted me with this incredible turnaround. I mean, you know, he was all cattywampus earlier on in the year, and now just been fantastic.
There's a whole lot going on in that scramble of words you just put together, Hugo.
Yeah, now, well, they transition to Cody Buckley, who, despite only playing 15 games, has led the team in batting average with a .353 batting average. Going to Western Oregon University.
So 1-1 count for Buckley. Here's the pitch, and big swing and a miss there.
Yeah, Buckley definitely trying to pull. He's stepping out off to his left side, trying to pull to right field, and it's not working against Ballardis, who's throwing outside here and just getting it by his bat.
And another outside pitch, and another batter down through the K. 2 strikeouts in the first inning of work for Alec Bellardis, and the Packers look to get their offense started in just a few moments. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the first here in Healdsburg. And a good defensive inning from Alec Bellardis and the Packers to hold the Mudcats to 0. And now the Packers look to get an offensive surge going. Not a whole lot of offense lately from the Packers. We saw those last 2 losses from the Potters, and the Packers offense just couldn't get going.
Yeah, you can't really afford to have these kind of blips in offensive performance here for the Pack. They've really got to hone it in, and there's a way to hone it right there.
Yeah, great hit right there. Antonelli Savitteri starting off hot. Hit out into center field for a single.
Yeah, that was incredible. Great swing there from Antonelli, just pure barrel. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, the Packers have been so great offensively all year. We've always talked about on the broadcast, they have not really had a time where they've been in a full slump, but the last 2 games have definitely argued that.
Here's a hard ground ball over to second. Mudcats going to try to turn 2. They got it. What a play. It was a close call over at first, but Jonathan Kim ends up rolling into a double play.
Yeah, he almost made the first baseman, Brett Haggerty, dig around there. It was definitely, it almost looks like the base has a dent in it. Look over at first. It almost looks like first base has a dent in it.
That's dirt
that
on
is
top
dirt.
of the base.
It does.
It is good try, though. This hit hard into center field and will drop for Alex Leopard. So some tough hits. Some hard hits for both Savitteri and Leopard into center field now.
Yeah, nice job there by Leopard, picking up where the Packers left off. And now with a guy in Ladahoff who, no question, can put one out, the Packers really could be set for an early start.
Yeah, Ladahoff, another guy that's been dangerous at the plate.
Like, these guys got so much gear on, Ryan. There's so much gear, so much drip, some would say. And Alex Leopard himself got the helmet over there. Almost looks like it covers his whole face.
Yeah, almost. I mean, in a way that almost makes him look like a space captain. Leopard, I mean, He's an astronaut out there.
And, I mean, he might be looking to pick up a little bit of a speeding ticket here. He's been stealing his way around the bases, gets nice jumps, and that would be good to see.
So now Ladhoff working with the 1 and 2. He hits it right up the middle, and it will just be a tag on second base for Crudo for out number 3. So Packers, 2 hits in that inning, but nothing to show on the scoreboard. 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. Welcome back. It's top of the second, and leading off for the Mudcats is Brett Haggerty. He's got a challenge ahead of him, though. Alec Bellardis looks like he came dialed today.
Yeah, Bellardis, he started last time they faced off against the Mudcats. And Haggerty, he's a guy, he's a big dude going to Coppin State University, 6'6" sophomore.
Just an inch or two shorter than you, Hugo.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
So it's already 0-1 for Haggerty. Bellardis serves it up, and the pitch will be upstairs for ball number 1.
Ryan, have you seen that guy that plays basketball for Florida, the big Canadian guy, Oliver Ryu, I think is his name?
I don't think I have.
That he's 7'9".
Okay, that's ridiculous. Is that real?
That is real.
Big swing and a miss there. 1-2 count. 7'9", is that the tallest person ever?
Yes.
This can't be real.
No, okay, not tallest person ever, but tallest person to play NCAA basketball.
That's pretty tall.
7'9".
And there it is, another one for Alec Bellardis, making his 3rd strikeout of the day. Down goes Haggerty.
Well, Bellardis has been working with those chase pitches, just blowing them past the bats of these Mudcats. And now it's a familiar face for Marin County and Sonoma County alike. It is that of Derek Bartram out of Novato High School. A lot of Marin County kids on this team. Wyatt Davis, one of them. Tyler Crudo, Sonoma State kid. But Bartram out of Novato High School. He's heading to the University of Pacific next year, and he's had a good summer. 313 homer, 14 RBIs in 22 games. He's been nice.
Yeah, an impressive summer from him, and whenever he comes up here to the Berg, he typically has a pretty good game. He shows out.
Yes, he does.
The 0-2, and it will bounce in front of the plate, and they're going to say Bartram went around on his check swing, so make it strikeout number 4 now. Right as we were hyping him up, he goes down.
Yeah, see, that's the type of call you get when you're on a technicality. I think he thought the ball was dead in the dirt, so he dropped his bat after he checked his swing, and that was the swing and miss. That is something that's you go back and all you have to do is pretty much laugh it off, but that hurts.
That's unfortunate. So now 1-0 count for Kevin Parker.
You know, Parker, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, batting .237. He's had a tough summer.
And he will be hit by the pitch, so maybe the tough summer continues as he's only being punished at the plate.
Yeah, now another guy who I really can't speak much on, Ethan Groves. He's had a very small sample size, 7 games, 261, 4 RBIs.
As he hits this one high into the air and shallow outfield, and it will be caught by Cade Campbell for out number 3. So another great inning by the Packers defense and Bellardis, and another scoreless frame for the Solano Mudcats. We'll be back when the Packers try to put something on the scoreboard in the bottom of the second. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the second, and Hugo has something to say about marching bands. We'll talk about it as Hideki Prather's in the box. He thinks the USC marching band is the best in the world.
I think it's the most iconic. I wouldn't say, never said best in the world. I said best.
That was a quote I wrote down.
Most iconic in the nation. You wrote down a lot of quotes.
I did, as this one's hit deep into right field and caught. So Hideki Prather out after the second pitch in his at-bat.
This is a new walk-up song for us. We got Drake DiGiorno entering his name into the sweepstakes.
Some Akon, I believe.
Yeah.
Were you big into 2000s rap, 2000s hip-hop?
I was a bit late for that, I think. I think I was...
A bit late.
I was born in 2007, so.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't realize I was working with Junior Mint.
Are you 04, 05?
04.
04, ooh.
That was like 70 years ago.
He's unk. He's real unk.
Pitch to DiGiorno inside. Almost hitting him.
Yeah, nearly hit him there.
2-1 count. Morse fires, and it's going to be below the zone there. Good job by Buckley trying to frame it. Swung on in, a weak ground ball over to second. Crudo throws it, and it's on time for the second out. So both pitchers today, Alec Bellardis and Trevor Morse, they've been attacking the zone, working for weak contact, and they've done a good job at getting quick outs early on in these innings, and you have to appreciate that, Hugo.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Prune Packers have been, both teams have been dominant on defense, and Packers get a nice one there from Max Martinez. I think you would agree with me. USC, most iconic college football marching band.
No.
I'd say the greatest is definitely the Human Jukebox of Southern University.
I think Jackson State.
Jackson State's is pretty good. The HBCU schools are known for their marching bands. They are definitely incredible. And other schools have tried to replicate their style, and they have dancers that go with the marching band that are separate from the flag girls. USC tried to input that. Really wasn't something that was with the USC culture, so it didn't really go down well with the alumni. But outside of that, I mean, you can't match the HBCU. That is the feeling, the atmosphere, the football. It can't be beat, at least on the FCS level.
And if you were trapped on a dance floor and you just had to bust a move, what's your go-to dance move on that dance floor?
I'm doing the the move that those guys were doing, the band was doing in Star Wars. Okay. Playing the same tune. I thought you were gonna ask me what song, because that would be the song.
No, I want to know what dance moves you're rocking with when you head out to the clubs.
I mean, Cade Campbell, he's at the plate. He's a guy who's gotten a lot of balls onto the dance floor, so I don't know.
That's a weird way to phrase it.
Lot of singles, a lot of doubles. No homers yet, which has been weird to see because for the amount of RBIs he has, no homers is very inconsistent. But he's got a 3-0 count.
And that will be foul. A close call and a good effort there from Groves to lay out for it, but on the wrong side of the line.
And that was a tough play to make. Great effort there from Groves, but ultimately an effort that does not go his way.
So Morse trying to get out of this inning, 2 down, and there's a fouled off pitch right there from Campbell.
Martinez, he was in motion there, so guy that Joey Gomes is confident in. His speed, his power has definitely increased this summer. Hit a home run. He'll go again.
Hit hard by Campbell into the left center gap. Martinez hopping on his horse, and he's going to get held at third, but make it a double for Cade Campbell.
Hey, there's another ball on the dance floor right there from Cade Campbell, and that one was deep. Found some green grass out there in the gap, and it was real nice.
Yeah, great piece of hitting right there, and a good call because there was a great cutoff throw. So Martinez staying at third could keep this inning alive for the Packers.
Yeah, if you're Coach Gomes, you got to be dang proud about that one.
Yeah, it was a party out front.
Definitely. Speaking of party out front, we got a lot of guys on both sides that work with party out front. I mean, of course, the Packers, but Wyatt Davis, Derek Bartram, some of the guys that went through that College of Marin pipeline, they've worked with Coach Gomes in the hitting side of things. So, party out front, it's the way to go if you want to hit well. Work with Coach Gomes.
You should be a spokesperson for party out front.
I feel like we kind of are. I mean, we're working for the Prune Packers, we're broadcasting, working the media. I think we kind of are. Yeah. You promote the broadcast, you promote the games every day. So you are a spokesperson, Ryan. You are.
Me? I don't promote them. I really don't.
You are a great promoter.
Maybe I'll be a fight promoter one day.
Yeah, I was about to say one day.
When Jake Paul's fighting your children.
Yeah, there'll be another Jake Paul fighting Jake Paul.
And that fouled back by Souza.
Hit off someone's mask. Don't know who, but did hit off someone's mask.
2-2 count for Souza. And still 2 down, but he has 2 in scoring position. A whole lot of 2s.
See if he can be an entrepreneur for the Packers, get them their first run here.
And that pitch will be down low in the dirt, skipping. Good job, though, by Buckley to keep it in front. So it's a full count for Souza now. big point in this game could turn the tide. Trevor Morse delivers and crushed by Souza, but in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that one's over towards that oak tree out there. I'd love to figure out if any of you watching are into trees and can age the trees. That one runs inside and hits Souza, but if anyone can find a way to gauge the age of a tree, there's an oak tree we have out in right field in the foul area that is so old. I'm pretty sure older than this field. Could be over 200 years old. Could be older than Healdsburg itself. So would love if anyone out there can or knows someone, love to get the accurate age of that tree out there. It's a majestic tree, to say the least.
I don't know, Hugo. People are telling us they can barely watch the game sometimes. I don't know if they'll be able to age a tree 100 yards away.
No, I'm saying, come down to the ballpark.
I see.
Go check out the tree.
Take some samples.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. I really love Healdsburg because of the foliage. The foliage in Healdsburg is majestic. You gotta talk about it. Got redwoods, pines, firs.
And do you have a favorite type of
oak trees,
tree or plant out here in California or just worldwide?
In California, I'd say I love the eucalyptus out on the coast, and the oak trees here, you can't beat them. I mean, that's Northern California for you. It's the Central Valley.
And what a catch right there. Holy cow. Kevin Parker, looking like Air Jordan at shortstop, reaches to the top of the tree for that catch right there and saving some runs for the Solano Mudcats. So that's the third scoreless frame now, and Kevin Parker's going to be getting a lot of pats on the back after that.
That's back-to-back nights too, Ryan, that the Packers leave loaded bases stranded. That's a rough one there. That's no doubt not on the man at the plate. That is an incredible catch.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll be back in a bit. It looks like when we come back, Caden Take will be starting his first inning of work. All right, welcome back. It's the top of the third. Alec Bellardis out, Caden Take in. But let's reflect on Bellardis' day. He had a dominant 2 innings of work, Hugo.
Yeah, 2 innings, no hits allowed, only 1 base runner allowed on that hit by pitch, 4 strikeouts, all going down swinging, no walks, no runs. Nearly perfect day for Bellardis. I thought they'd let him go longer, but honestly, Caden Take, to work him off of Bellardis, that is not a bad situation.
No, and Take, he's a guy that's been just as dominant for the Packers this season, and you can see it right there, jamming up the batter, Dalen Shipp.
Yeah, Shipp coming into this game, 207 ERA, or not 207 ERA, excuse me, 207 batting average, a homer and 11 RBIs.
The pitch just below the zone there. Count goes 2-1.
Looking at Take, still in the portal out of Cal Berkeley. He's 1-0 with a 1.15 ERA. 5 games started, 7 games played total. 23 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, only 4 walks. You gotta love it.
You have to. I mean, how can you not love it? And he's a great guy. He's always chatting with us, telling us his deepest and darkest secrets. So it's a 3-1 count. The pitch from Take missing inside, and that'll be a walk there for Dalen Shipp.
Yeah, not an ideal start for Take right now.
So now the 9 batter for the Mudcats, Joseph Torres, entering the box. His first plate appearance of the day. And a first pitch strike from Take.
Ryan, are you a breakfast guy?
Breakfast for dinner.
You're breakfast for dinner? What's your ideal breakfast for you?
Ideal breakfast?
Yes.
I would say give me a good fried egg on top of some avocado toast alongside 13 biscuits and gravy, and probably an orange juice because I like to stay healthy.
All right, respect. I respect that.
Are you someone that has a big breakfast in the morning, or you're peckish? You just eat a Yoplait yogurt?
I'm more of a, I can be either way. I can eat just a hard-boiled egg, and that can satisfy me for the day. But
that explains the stench.
Most of the time, I have a breakfast burrito. Just, breakfast burrito, eggs, bacon, some peppers, maybe some spinach in there.
And is that homemade?
Some of the time it is. Some of the time it's not. Most of the time it is homemade, though.
That's impressive work by you, making burritos, and Caden Take getting a strikeout right there.
And we were talking about breakfast, so talked to Jake McCoy about it, and he loves himself some pumpernickel bread.
Is that so?
That is so,
that
yeah.
That does not sound like Jake McCoy.
He's into
trust
pumpernickel.
Me, we're best friends.
Yeah, he's into some pumpernickel. Loves it.
This is hit high over into foul territory and will drop.
Yeah, pumpernickel. It's a German bread. It's it's
horrible.
It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna be honest here. It is pretty solid.
So you're another person that indulges in the wonders of pumpernickel?
I wouldn't say I indulge in it. I have indulged in it before, but not recently. It's pretty good.
What exactly is pumpernickel?
It's a loaf of bread.
It's just the bread?
Yeah, it's the bread. Pumpernickel is the bread.
I got to do some more research.
Yeah, it's got a name that sounds fresh out of a Dr. Seuss book, but I think that's what brings it its glory.
Well, I'm glad you informed everyone, Hugo. We are now all much wiser. Are you someone that makes your own bread, or do you go to the store?
I'd say I go to the store. I'm
lazy.
A store-bought bread guy. Well, you got to support local businesses.
I saw you at Safeway.
You did? You have seen me at Safeway?
You were buying bread.
I was buying bread.
It's not a local business.
The bread they sell, though, is local. Cousteau's is local.
You refused to buy it from them. You were telling me.
Cousteau's is local.
You only buy Wonder Bread.
I think if I brought Wonder Bread into my household, my mother would kill me.
Oh.
Yes.
taking it your mother's gluten-free, and there's another strikeout from Caden Take.
That, and I don't know if she really likes Ricky Bobby that much.
Wow. It's a fictional character.
It is a fictional character. You gotta love Will Ferrell. That is probably one of, if not the best comedies of all time. It's pretty good, pretty high up there.
And this gets past the glove, so close by Drake DiGiorno at first base. I mean, he laid out for it, but just past him. So now runners on first and third for the Solano Mudcats.
And here we go, jam for Caden Take. Let's see how he works out of it. He's been, as I mentioned, with that 1.15 ERA, does not allow a lot of runs, facing off against Buckley out of Western Oregon. They're a team that recruit football very aggressively in Northern California. Scored some recent commits out of Windsor High School. Jacob Byrne, he's heading up there, and also Marley Alcantara, who is the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh, and man, he is underrated. He's a guy that is of your stature, and that's why he didn't end up getting as many offers as expected. But man, that guy can play. I'm really excited to see what he can do for Western Oregon in Division II, and I think he's going to be very good.
You say I'm of the same stature, but you give him a lot more respect than me.
He's about 5'5".
Okay, well, see, I'm 5'2", so he's a bit taller than me. 1-1 count, and Take's pitch missing low and outside.
And that Pittsburgh team this year for football was, I mean, incredible. They had loaded at running back. That backfield was insane. The receivers were great. Got a Washington commit in there. They were insane.
This pitch chopped high into the air, and Campbell, his throw over to first off target, but a great tag by DiGiorno to get out number 3. And we've got a defensive battle today here against the Mudcats. So 0-0 remains the score as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third in Healdsburg. Packers looking to get that goose egg off the board and just be the first team to score here in the game today. And both teams have been close so far, Hugo. Runners on, runners in scoring position, but nothing to show for it as this one's hit high. And it'll come down in the infield and caught by Groves, the third baseman, for out number 1.
And normally Kim's really good in the leadoff spot for the Packers, but doesn't have that magic right there. And now it's the man you affectionately called Space Captain. He's coming to the plate. He's been kind of a captain of this team, Alex Leopard.
I mean, how could he not be a captain? He's been with the Packers for a long time, local guy. He's quite the role model for not only his fellow players, but for the little children that come and watch these games.
And we'll see what he can do here.
0-1 pitch swung on, and it gets past the first baseman, Haggerty. Make it another base knock for Alex Leopard. So Cade Ladahoff coming up to the plate, looking to put some work in. He's got Leopard over on first.
Yeah, Ladahoff, you got a good guy on first, speedy guy on first. He's taking a good lead, and you got a powerful guy at the plate.
And this grounded over to the shortstop, and they're going to try to turn two. They do it. A double play right there. Stops any momentum the Packers had after the Alex Leopard hit. And just like that, we're heading to the top of the fourth. A quick inning from the Mudcats defensively.
And we're back here. It's going to be Brett Haggerty leading off. Caden Take into his second inning of work with the Packers. Fires in, called strike number one. Hugo Traverso alongside Ryan Moffett. The pitch. That one falls in. Strike two. Haggerty struck out his last time up. Short sample size for him. Batting .310, the homer, and 6 RBIs in 7 games. Standing 6-6. The pitch. He fouls that one off, and that one was hit hard over towards the Boys and Girls Club of Central Sonoma County. Got a nice gym out there and over by Oakmont Cemetery. It's a beautiful day. Here in Healdsburg, great place, recreation park. The pitch from Take, swing and a miss. He had Ladahoff digging in the dirt to catch that like an archaeologist.
I'm speechless.
I did it. Archaeologist. Ladahoff digging in the dirt like he's an archaeologist.
Hugo, are you someone that's really into archaeology and fossils, dinosaurs, all that good stuff?
Funny that you ask me that. My great-grandmother, she was a journalist. And when she would go around, she was a nature journalist. She was a photographer, occasionally writing stories in western Wyoming. And she would collect fossils. So she had a fossils collection. This one is fouled off by Derek Bartram.
Did your grandma have human fossils or?
No,
Oh,
a lot of she found a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, she donated everything to the archaeological societies in Wyoming.
wow, Hugo. Your grandma's a giver.
And that one's popped up. She also found a lot of shells. Went to Cayman Islands a lot. No, she went to the Cayman Islands
Her and
a lot.
every 8-year-old that's been to a beach.
And no, she collected, no, when I say a lot of shells, when she died, we had 30,000, or not, okay, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. We had anywhere from 3 to 10,000 shells.
What'd you do, bring them back to the ocean?
No, but funny that you say that. We gave them to local schools because we know that a lot of those guys, a lot of those students, you know, in Wyoming, they're not going to see the ocean.
Ever.
Not ever, but they won't see the ocean for a while. So she donated a lot of them. Take the 0-2 to Bartram, and he swings at one in the dirt. It'll be back-to-back strikeouts after the throw to first from Cade Ladelhoff. That is now 7 strikeouts on the day, or 8, excuse me, on the day for the Packer pitchers. 4 for Ballardis, 4 for Take. The pitching today has been like the work of brain surgeons. They have just been locating so well, getting their chase pitches perfectly, and it's just incredible to watch them work.
Careful what you say. My brain surgeon wasn't as good as what you talk about. He messed up a couple things, and, you know, there's a loose scalpel and stuff just floating around in my skull. So I wouldn't say all brain surgeons are very accurate.
Well, we hope that all of them are. I know one who is, or I know someone who's actually studying to be a brain surgeon.
You?
No, his name's Connor Rodnick. He's playing baseball at UCLA and went to Cardinal Newman High School. He's the bullpen catcher for UCLA. Supposed to be on the active roster next year, from what I heard. But yeah, shout out Connor Rodnick. The 3-0 is in the dirt, and he will walk.
It'll be called a strike, actually.
Well, I was a little early with that one. But yeah, anyways, that's a long ways to go. 7 years of college for Connor Rodnick. The 3-1, swing and a miss. That one got him. So once again, Kevin Parker works in a hitter's count, but now he's going to fall behind. The 3-2 coming from Take with 2 down. The pitch popped foul off to the right. So now, once again, full count, nobody on. Still 0-0 ball game. Packers have had good offense, 6 hits compared to only the Mudcats having 1. Mudcats have only had 2 base runners. They'll get base runner number 3 right there, and Kevin Parker.
Yeah, his second time today. He was hit by the pitch early on, and now he's walking.
You're a guy that likes to do a lot of impressions, and I like
guess.
to when I would go around and watch the minor league baseball games. I'd like the little sound bites they would play when a player got a walk, and one of them, I believe it was Idaho Falls, did the stereotypical New Yorker, "Hey, I'm walking here." Do you have a better one? Do you have an impression of that? Take chopped up the middle. We'll hear it in just a second. Oh, it's going to be a foot race to the bag. He got him! Take! My goodness. Well, let's stay right here. Ryan, entertain us.
Yeah, see, I actually haven't thought about coming up with a catchphrase or anything for people walking, because it's usually one of the more lame things during a baseball game, but if I had to do something, I might go bazinga or something wild.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, and with that, we'll take a break. Be right back. Bottom of the 4th. All right, now it's going to be Hideki Prather leading things off. Bottom of the fourth. Prather, Oakland, California, Campolindo product. He lines this one on the ground. The throw down to first is in time. My goodness, what a throw. Kevin Parker, an incredible arm. I wish we had TrackMan on that throw. That one looked like...
It was a missile.
Yeah, it was. Looked like something maybe 80s or 90s there.
Yeah, and Hugo, during the break, we were talking about ice cream, and I'm just wondering, if you had to describe yourself as any ice cream flavor, what would that be?
That's a funny question to ask.
Is it? I think it's pretty serious.
Especially with Drake DiGiorno coming to the plate, a guy that he has a food name. And, despite it not being delivery, Packers are going to look for him to deliver right here. But outside of that, I recently had to answer this on a college interview, and my answer was butter pecan, because it's not, it's hard for you to describe yourself with ice cream. It is. DiGiorno lines this one up the middle. Great play made it second by Crudo in time. Oh my goodness, Tyler Crudo, back-to-back web gems from the middle infield of the Mudcats. Oh my goodness. Gonna make me adjust my headset here. I'm in disbelief.
Yeah, jumping off your back foot and launching to first base. That was a thing of beauty right there.
And the first pitch to Max Martinez is a hair upstairs. Nearly caught Martinez on the face. Southern Knights goes to Southern California. Out of USC, South Central LA. He's trying to make it a good day.
That was horrible Ice Cube reference.
Well, the 2-0 is swung on and crushed. Left field foul. Well, like I said, no Goodyear blimp flying over here, but I'm sure it's flashing that Max Martinez could put one into the right field gap, as he does right here. It kisses up against the wall. He's going to fly into second safely. We don't even need a Goodyear blimp here. You already know that Max Martinez is a great hitter.
Yeah, he's having a good day so far. Single and a double now. And that was smacked out into the outfield.
Yeah, so Martinez to start the fourth. Packers have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And this one kicks away from Buckley behind the plate. And that will go around and over to third on that one is going to be Martinez. So 1-0, count now to Cade Campbell. Campbell looking for RBI number 25 on the year. Doubled back in the second. The pitch outside. So now with 2 down, Packers threatening to score once again. Left 4 runners stranded today, and they might get it right here. This one into left field, in on it, and making the catch is Joseph Torres. And the Mudcats escape the inning with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Led to the top of the 5th. It is still 0-0 here in Wine Country. Caden Take into his third inning of work here. Still nothing. And he is going to face Ethan Groves, or excuse me, Darren Ship to start things off.
Yeah, Dalen Ship walked his last at bat, so he's a patient batter.
And they're going to need that patience here. Packers have been living off of those chase pitches. Still 0-0, waiting for Medford and Humboldt to start up on the coast in Arcata at 7 p.m. Only other PEL game today, and gets a chase there. That pitch located in the bottom of the zone beautifully. So it's going to be 1-1 now from Caden Take. Can't believe it's still 0-0. Packers have left 5 runners stranded. That one inside nearly hits him.
Not only the Packers, though, the Mudcats have also left runners on in scoring position.
Yeah, they've left 3 on today, and Packers have definitely had great defense to hold those runners. But yeah, you mentioned they left Ship his last time out. He was left stranded on third. So they left runners on the corners in that inning, and that was a huge opportunity for them as they had runners on the corners with 2 down and a pretty good hitter at the plate in Buckley, who is batting .353 heading into this game. He, though, grounded out to Cade Campbell on a short grounder. That one fouled straight back. Somehow our camera survives it. I can't believe it. Got to be happy.
The Mudcat god is on our side.
Yeah. Have you ever caught a catfish?
Never a catfish. It's a lot of work. You're sitting there just waiting, but I have caught other fish. Been out in the ocean fishing, out on the lake too.
Hopper over to Campbell, and he catches himself a catfish there. Retires Ship to start the inning. It'll be Joseph Torres now coming to the plate.
What's the largest fish you've ever caught, Hugo?
I caught a trout in Wyoming that was, I think, like, I don't know, 5 ounces. It was not big.
5 ounces?
Yeah, I left.
Can you even keep that?
I let it go. It's catch and release. It's always catch and release, Ryan.
Always?
Always catch and release.
No. I'm a poacher.
This one is lined over the head of DiGiorno and into right field. That is a wonderful surprise for Joseph Torres. 188 batting average heading into this game. Struck out his first time up and gets a nice base hit. And anyways, it's going to be the top of the order for Wyatt Davis. The pitch, that one skips away from Ladahoff. The throw over to second, not in time.
And what an effort there from Ladahoff. I mean, that was like some James Bond stuff right there. Fall into his side, and he throws it over to second.
Yeah, that one was a nice throw over. But ultimately, just a bit late. So now runner on second with 1 down for the Mudcats. That pitch is upstairs.
Do you think you could be an international spy, Hugo?
No, not at all. Don't have the confidence. Couldn't do it.
I see it.
You think I could be a
No, I
international
see that
spy?
you wouldn't be able to succeed in that profession.
Well, this one is crushed. Center field. Back on it is Souza. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag. The throw in is attempted to be cut off by Cade Campbell, but he just lets it go to Max Martinez, and into third with 2 down is Joseph Torres.
That was a solid hit right there. I mean, Souza thought he had a good read on it, and then he had to keep backing up and backing up. So, well-hit ball.
Yeah, now 2 down, and the runner on third, so 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run. And it is Tyler Crudo looking to come up big. The Sonoma State senior, Sonoma County kid. The 1-0. That one is lined the other way. Over on it is Leopard. He'll make the catch. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score here in Healdsburg. We've got a great game for you heading to the bottom of the 5th. And we're back. Carson Thompson into the game for the Solano Mudcats. So a good day for Trevor Morse considering his .554 ERA coming into this game. He goes 4 full, gives up no runs, 6 hits. Surprisingly, no strikeouts, but still a solid day when you hold the Packers to a goose egg. It's going to be Jay Souza, Antonelli Savateri, and Jonathan Kim due up here.
Yeah, Morse didn't need strikeouts today. He had a confident defense behind him that made some outstanding plays to hold these Packers to nothing so far.
Souza rung up there. 1-2, finished him off on the outside corner. And now 1 down. It's going to be the top of the order, Antonelli Savateri. We'll see if the Packers let Take go 4. He's had a solid 3 in relief of Alec Bellardis, who is the opener today. Breaking ball falls into the zone perfectly. The pitch, and that one is upstairs, 1-1. That one is called a ball, 2-1.
Looked like it was in the zone, but it was a close call.
We'll see what Savateri can do here. Solid hitter here. He takes that one. 3-1 now. Buffet count to Savateri. Batting .321 heading into this game. He's 1 for 2 with a single back in the first.
You ever been to a Golden Corral?
I have not been to a Golden Corral. Never had the luxury of doing that. Have you been to one?
No, I don't know why you brought it up.
Have you been to a Cracker Barrel? 3-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the high breaking ball. Strikeout number 2 on the inning.
Yeah, these Mudcats went from no strikeouts to 2 in the first 2 batters faced.
Now it's going to be Jake McCoy in for Jonathan Kim. McCoy, Sonoma County kid out of Rohnert Park, went to Casa Grande High School. He swings at that bender and misses. So lefty on righty here. The pitch swung on, grounded hard, but off and to the left. Foul. McCoy here. A good summer in the Berg. The pitch, that one skips in the dirt. Been a powerful guy. He's got a homer, 5 RBIs. It's in conference play, though. Homer and 17 RBIs. His 2 doubles to pair along with that, and a 276 batting average. The 1-2 with 2 down coming to McCoy. The pitch. Swing, and that one is clubbed. Opposite field. Right field. Will it get down? It does! It's in fair territory. It's up against the foul pole in right field and cruising into second with another 2-out double. Showing off the Cobra is the Spartan himself, Jake McCoy. JC Agard's injured. Well, why not throw his teammate in there?
Yeah, and that ball, everyone here at Rec Park on the edge of their seats. You could hear a pin drop as that ball was in the air. No one knew if it was going to land in play or not, and when it did, everyone erupted.
Get that? That's the 3rd 2-out double here for the Packers today. Now, a lethal man at the plate. It is Mr. Alex Leopard. Leopard, as some would say, has a bit of a cattywampus approach to the plate as that one gets around. And over to third is Jake McCoy. But Leopard, the way that he approaches the plate, he opens up with that right foot. Very extreme pull hitter. He's going to put one into the right field gap. And to be honest, there's a big gap out there, Ryan.
Yeah, an aggressive stance over there by the right fielder, really far away.
2-0 is inside. It'll be 3-0. Ladahoff being able to take off the gear. Getting ready to come to the plate here. 3-0 with 2 down. Green light for Alex Leopard. Inside, nearly hits him. He will walk. So just like that, runners on the corners for the Packers.
Yeah, big moment right here for the Packers and Ladahoff. You could start to take the lead and maybe snag some momentum in this game that's been so back and forth defensively.
Well, Ladahoff, he's grounded into a fielder's choice in a double play today. Let's hope he can flip his fortune. And he does! Crushed! Left field! See you later! The Packers lead it! Cade Ladahoff! 3-0 Healdsburg. I don't believe it. Cade Ladahoff, 7th home run of the summer, gets him up to 37 RBIs on the year. My goodness, crushed.
Off the bat, I think we all knew, Hugo, that was taking a trip far, far away. Just absolutely crushed by Ladahoff.
I frankly don't believe it. Hideki Prather looking for his first of the summer. Back there on the warning track and making the catch is Joseph Torres. So that'll do it for us here in the 5th. Packers get 3 runs off a home run from Cade Ladahoff. 3-0 Packers. We'll be right back. We're back. This one grounded softly over to Antonelli Savateri. Throw on to first in time for out number 1. We've got a new pitcher on the mound. Someone actually not listed on our roster. Does look like Duncan Russell out there, but it is actually a new pitcher. So, new guy, his last name is Rossi, and a great play on Coach's Appreciation Day by Max Shoup on that foul ball.
Yeah. You mentioned it, Coach's Appreciation Night at the ballpark today. Is this hit into the outfield? Great hit right there by Brett Haggerty. But Coach Appreciation Night, we've got some of the best coaches here in the Berg. All of them super cool to work with, great guys, and they'll help you out on and off the field.
Yeah, let's talk about them. First off, we'll talk about Nick Mastoni, coaching at Mount Sac during the spring, and then during the summer, he is here in the Berg. So he goes from Upland, California, all the way up here. His brother, fun fact, Luke Mastoni, playing at Murray State, was a part of that team's incredible run at Omaha this year. So that was certainly out of thin air. I did not expect Murray State to go that far, and they did. And credit Coach Mastoni and his brother. They've worked really hard. Both veterans of this Prune Packer organization. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Derek Bartram goes down by way of the K. That is a hat trick for Bartram.
Not the one you want.
Not at all. This is Rossi, the new pitcher. Sean, who is this guy? Pitching. So it is Gino Rossi after consulting with our analytics guys. I'm going to be honest here. I think we have probably the best coaching staff and intern staff we could have here. This one fouled off. Our analytics guys are great. Our broadcasters are somewhat okay. You know,
get the job done.
We do our jobs, and then over there we've got a great set of coaches. Coach Mastoni, he's more of a hitting coach. You got Coach Carter. He works with the high school here in the spring. Has produced some great pitchers out of Healdsburg High, and then coming here in the summer, enjoying the summer right here in the Berg, bringing his kids to the ballpark and working with the Packers. Swan in there for called strike. Gino Rossi out of Pinole, California.
Shout out Pinole.
He's the new kid that we were talking about earlier today. He's actually facing some of his fellow teammates here. College of San Mateo guy. This is a check swing, and he went around. So Gino Rossi, a great inning of work to kick off his Packers career. And we will step aside. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Due up and be right back. Stay with us here. And we're back here. New pitcher for the Solano Mudcats. Leading off is going to be the delivery guy, Drake DiGiorno. He's grounded out to second both at-bats today and having a little bit of trouble with this sidearm release. Coming from the new pitcher. That one low there. It's going to be 2-1. This is actually a two-way player, Ronaldo Ramos out of Ottawa University. So a lot of people talk about how there's a mixing of Canadian Well, DiGiorno will walk on that one. Ronaldo Ramos, like I was mentioning, the West Coast League, they talk about how they intermix Canadian and American players. Well, we see it right here in the PEL, a guy out of Ottawa University. The pitch, that one is in there, called strike. So leadoff walk for DiGiorno. He batted .236 at Utah this year. Had some power, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. Now Max Martinez up to the plate. Fellow ex-Pac-12 player. This one popped into center field in chasing on his horse, his ship. Or I should say on his ship, making the catch.
No. No.
Ryan is not very happy with my comparisons today.
Maybe a voyage, or you can't say ship. It's like a double negative. It doesn't work.
That one swing and a miss to Cade Campbell. Ramos really working this sidearm release. Does he have is that a do-rag on his head? I believe he has a do-rag. This one is crushed into left field. The catch will be made. I believe he has a do-rag under his cap.
Holy, do-rag counters at 3 now for you, Hugo. It could be a do-rag or possibly just a ninja headband. I'm not sure. Is it an issue, Hugo?
No, I think that's I've never seen that. I've never seen a baseball player playing a do-rag. That's new, and that's actually kind of cool. Could be, yeah, you could be right. It could be a headband where you tie at the back, kind of like something you'd see out of Taekwondo.
Yeah, a ninja headband.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. Trust me.
The 0-1, that one is chopped softly on the ground to Brett Haggerty. He makes the play, and that will retire the side. So we'll be back in the 7th inning. Stay with us right here at Rec Park.
Welcome back here in Healdsburg, top of the 7th. And leading off for the Solano Mudcats is Ethan Groves. He's going to try to kick things off for them and work into this 3-0 deficit they're facing, and he hits it right up the middle. Fielded by Campbell on the run. His throw on time. What a play to get out number one.
I mean, Ryan, if we did defensive players of the game, Cade Campbell is your man today. Incredible web gems from him. And this infield is really, these are some guys that, you know, definitely didn't have a ton of experience coming into the season. Cade Campbell was one of those guys that leaned in the side that he had a ton of experience. But you look at it, Savatere and Max Martinez, they've really grown around a guy who has just been a bedrock at shortstop, a guy like Cade Campbell.
He has been as solid gets for the Packers this season, and a ball right there as Dalen Shipp was showing bunt and then pulled back.
Yeah, so now it's going to be a 1-0 count. The guy on the mound, Rossi, he's definitely wowed the Packer fans.
As he blows one by Shipp right there, 88 miles an hour. Count goes 1-1.
Out of College of San Mateo, he went to Pinole Valley High School.
Hey, shout out Pinole Valley High. My mom went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They have a great basketball program. Women's basketball, I've been able to do a couple of their games when they've come to the Cardinal Newman Classic. That's been very fun. They always bring a good bunch of fans. Honestly, they had a lot of fans, and they had some great players.
So count now 3-1 for Dalen Shipp.
Gino Rossi out there, you would not know that he had a 7.29 ERA in junior college this year, because he is just throwing darts.
Right there, as dart goes into the ground before it reaches the plate. So that'll be a walk for Dalen Shipp.
That's like me when I play darts.
Not a good darts player, huh?
No. I mean, I've only played like maybe 5 times. So I'm not, not a great sample size. Kind of like the guy at the plate, 13 games only this year.
But his hit gets through and out into right field and make it his second single of the day, Hugo.
And right now, very solid game. Packers have been held to just 3 runs with 9 hits. And this is going to be huge. Wyatt Davis coming to the plate. His college coaches are here. We might see a new pitcher for the Packers with Joey Gomes coming out to the mound. He's not going to take the ball, though. But, yeah, now a big spot for Wyatt Davis. One of USF's assistant coaches here today.
Yeah, you're right, Hugo. You shared a word with him. You guys are buds.
Say somewhat, yeah. He's been great. The hospitality there on the hilltop is always incredible. I always encourage anyone looking at colleges in a big city, if they don't want a big college, look at USF. It's a great school up on the hilltop. You know, depending on what you want to do. If you want to go into law, if you want to go into science, engineering, great school, great place, and great sports on top of that. The basketball team's always incredible. Baseball team has been consistently good, and their program, you know, while it might not make playoffs, they can mess stuff up in the West Coast Conference, and at the same time, their field is beautiful. Right there on the hilltop, overlooks downtown San Francisco. Win or lose, you're getting a great day out at the ballpark at University of San Francisco.
No setting quite like the city.
Yeah, great hospitality too. They definitely accepted me with open arms this year when I went down to broadcast one of their showcase games. Shout out Frank Alanco, the associate athletic director, good family friend. He's been incredible. Love going down to USF games.
That pitch right there missing the zone. Count goes 2-1 now for Wyatt Davis. Two runners on and just one out. Here's Rossi. And that pitch swung on down the left field line and will drop foul. So make it 2-2 for Davis. Trying to get these Mudcats back in the game. An inch closer. And he'll watch that pitch go by for ball number 3.
This
Count
is a
goes full.
big pitch here, as you mentioned, full count. Davis, he's a good hitter. Down in that Fresno State helmet.
Here comes the pitch, swung on in. Hard down the first base line, but foul.
It's interesting choice because I don't believe he went to Fresno State last year, but he has that helmet. I'm pretty sure he's a College or Marin player. He was listed as one of their players this year.
Rossi misses outside. And now that'll walk Davis to first, and just like that, the bases are loaded.
And I stand corrected. Wyatt Davis did, in fact, go to Fresno State. Went for his freshman year. And then he's out of Petaluma High School and then transferred to College of Marin and then now on to USF. With one down.
I think he's using it since it matches the team colors.
Yeah, it's a great helmet. The Fresno State always brings drip from the Valley. They've got that V that's synonymous with their program, the green V. That is honestly one of my favorite rivalries in all of college football is the San Jose State-Fresno State rivalry. That's a great rivalry.
It's competitive.
And before the Pac-12 folded, I realistically thought Fresno State could throw their weight around with USC and UCLA if they moved up.
So 2-1 count. Rossi going against Tyler Crudo. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and over into right field. Underneath it is Leopard, and he'll catch it. Here comes the throw. And that will be short. 1 run comes in for the Mudcats. Make it a 3-1 ball game, and Coach Gomes coming in to talk to his pitcher and probably bringing in a new arm for the Packers.
That'll be the day for Rossi. All things considered, gives up a sac fly RBI. He'll bid this game adieu, and we'll see who the Packers elect to bring in. Potentially another new face here at Rec Park. It is another new face here at Rec Park. It is not. It is Brian McBroom wearing potentially his 7th or 8th different number this year. Was originally listed at 40. And then now wearing 21, and it's an old 21. Does not have the black numbers on the back, just white numbering. So this is Brian McBroom walking out to some Kendrick Lamar. Little all right from K-Dot. And McBroom in this spot here in the top of the 7th. Looking to shut things down for the Pack. We'll be right back. So it will be Cody Buckley to start things off. Runners on the corners with 2 down for the Mudcats. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Packers. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the visiting Mudcats. Got one in there for a called strike. Brian McBroom working quickly here as that watch approach to the plate. Bender of a breaking ball. That slider, it's like a gyro slider, just looks like it jumps in midair. One. Slider again. 2-1. You know this slider is good when Emmett and Blake, our 2 analytics guys, are just in utter shock. They are flabbergasted by how crazy the spin rate is and how crazy this pitch moves. 3-1. 3-1 with 2 down. McBroom waits, he fires. High chopper over to Martinez at third. Throw on to first in time, and the Packers escape the inning. So Ryan Moffett joins us back. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Right back here. Packers lead it 3-1.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th, and we've got a new arm in the game for the Solano Mudcats, Alex Mauchart. Tell us about him, Hugo.
Yeah, Mauchart out of the University of Mary. He stands 6 foot, 195.
And his first pitch is roped out into center field by Antonelli Savitere.
Up here comes Jake McCoy, and there's not a better spot. Runners on base, no outs for the one and only.
Yeah, Jake McCoy, big power bat right here for the Pack. Tough challenge for Mauchart. The pitch, big swing and a miss from McCoy on that outside pitch. The 0-1 on its way and fouled back into the netting by McCoy. So quickly falls behind 0-2 to Mouchart. Doesn't help that Mouchart has to go against the top of the order in his first inning of work. 0-2. Mouchart delivers and just gonna miss the zone.
Yeah, Mouchart playing for the University of Mary out of NCAA Division II in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference. They were 24 and 27 last year.
And that'll do it. Mouchart gets Jake McCoy to swing and miss at another outside pitch. And down goes McCoy. First strikeout of the day for Mouchart.
It's a good start for him here. Good bounce back after issuing the leadoff base hit. But now you've got to be very careful. Like I said, it becomes a power alley, and you've got McCoy, Leopard, and Ladahoff.
And first pitch to Leopard down in the strike zone for strike number 1.
Packed house tonight here in Rec Park.
It
Ryan.
is. Busy night. I mean, it's Friday night, kind of what you expect. As this is fouled off by Leopard. Over towards the coaches. Good catch by Caden Take.
Yeah, final weekend of play.
It is the final weekend.
We got
Almost took your breath away.
Yeah, almost took my breath away. I'm so sad. Solano comes for game 2 tomorrow at 6 p.m. and then we have a nice little Sonoma County matchup to finish off.
Antonelli Savateri taking off. He's diving in safely, and the ball gets away from the shortstop, Kevin Parker.
Yeah, great job there by Savateri. Great jump on the outside. Maybe have to issue him a speeding ticket there. Too much speed.
That looked within the speed limit.
Well, I would trust you. Your dad was a cop.
Whoa.
He was.
He was.
He
That's
was.
why I got issued 60 speeding tickets
Yes.
in my first year of driving.
Has your dad ever pulled you over while he's on patrol?
Not seriously. Jokingly, yes, as there's another stolen base for Antonelli Savateri. He's never pulled me over for speeding, but he has come to the crime scene where I was caught stealing $60,000 worth of jewels and diamonds.
Hey, that still might be within California's margin of misdemeanor.
It might be.
Yeah, you know, you might be able to get out of there.
As here's a grounder to the first baseman, Haggerty, and he fields it cleanly and gets Leopard out at first.
Great play there by Haggerty. Leopard hot off the bat there, and Haggerty playing in on the infield grass makes a very nice play. A reaction of a chipmunk right there, and over to first. Staring down Antonelli Savateri, knowing how fast he is.
See, I don't think you're aware, but chipmunks have some of the slowest reaction time as this one's popped up over into left field by Ladahoff and will be caught by Torres for out number 3. So Ladahoff with not enough juice to put it out into left field again. So the score remains 3-1. We'll be back in the top of the 8th. Welcome back to all our viewers. It's top of the 8th, and a new arm in for the Packers, and a great arm in that. Matt Barnes II, who's been so great for the Packers this year. As here's his first pitch, swung on and fouled off. 93 miles an hour on that pitch, Hugo.
My goodness, throws heat. Fellow UC Davis player Mason Lerma supposed to go tomorrow, so maybe back-to-back closing days here for the Aggies.
Here's the pitch. Swung on again, out into right center. That's going to drop and make it possibly a double. He's rounding over to second. Throw, a little off target, so safe on second right there for Brett Haggerty.
My goodness, he ran hard to get there. Big 6'6" frame rumbling, almost like a defensive end off the edge there, which I'm sure our own Emmett Peterson would know about, coming from what I like to say defensive end university is Penn State. Edge rusher university.
They have produced a lot of great edge rushers, a lot of great players in general.
Well, now trying to avoid the golden sombrero is Derek Bartram.
Is that the award after 4 strikeouts?
I believe it is. It's that or 5. I have to check. But he avoids it.
A great hit right there by Bartram. Won't bring in Haggerty, but keeps this inning alive, and now a corner situation. So 2 runners on in just a 2-run deficit game for the Solano Mudcats.
Yeah, not many people, I think, can grasp how crazy this game has been with how many hits have come on the side of the Packers. I mean, recently, nice little offensive explosion for Solano Mudcats, but, you know, it seemed like the momentum has always been in the Packers' corner the entire game up until now.
Yeah, the Mudcats, a little offensive surge right here. A big moment for them with Haggerty in scoring position as this is hit hard out into right field, right at the warning track. Caught by Leopard, but that'll bring Haggerty in to home safely. And just like that, we have a 1-run ball game, Hugo, 3-2.
That's a tough one there for Matt Barnes on the mound, but we'll see how he bounces back.
So now up to the plate, Ethan Groves. And right there's a strike to Groves. So make it an 0-1 count. This swung on and gonna drop right into shallow left field. I mean, a little blooper right there. Great hit.
And here we go. This is where it begins. We got the game-tying run 180 feet away.
That's good measurement. The pitch from Barnes, missing low and outside. Nasty pitch right there from Barnes. Got the batter, Dalen Ship, to back out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, he has been nasty all year. This is the weird misstep we have seen.
Now the umpire telling Barnes something about licking his lips, or licking his fingers.
And potentially,
he was motioning to licking his fingers.
I doubt he's got some stuff on his fingers.
As this one's popped up shallow outfield and caught by Campbell.
So would be huge right here if Barnes can get out of it. We'll see what the Packers do in the ninth, but you know, this team, they've had some late surge in offense, so don't count out the Packers tearing it up in the bottom of the eighth here after two very quick runs and very unexpected runs from Solano.
Here's the pitch from Barnes. And in there for a strike. Some nasty movement. Torres behind 0-1 early. Here's the second pitch. Swung on in. Fouled over towards his own dugout.
Yeah, this is a nice spot here for Matt Barnes. Out at every base. The lead runner is Derek Bartram, and no doubt he's been going to be gunning for home here.
We'll have to see what happens. 0-2, 2 down. Pitch by Barnes. Swung on and missed. Barnes gets out of the jam. A great job by him to get out of a sticky situation. Scores 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the eighth. What? All right, we're back. Sorry, I'm a little speechless after Hugo's crazy remarks during our break.
I always have crazy remarks. But anyways, this is going to be Hideki Prather at the plate.
You're right.
Hideki has been great for the Packers despite not really getting the memo that all of the players are hitting home runs. He actually commented on one of our post-game interviews where we talked about J.C. Asario-Guard hitting so many bombs. And he said, well, you know what? Home runs are a team thing.
Wow.
And we're working on it. He's working on it. He's got 10 RBIs. He's been a great contact hitter, been able to get on like a Caden Bodine almost. Recent draft pick for the Baltimore Orioles.
It's a good comparison.
Yes.
So a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on by Prather, and that's going to drop into right field and make it a single for Hideki Prather.
And that's what our owner, Natalie Norman, affectionately refers to as a duck fart. Just put right in between the second baseman and right fielder, drops in beautifully.
I don't think that term will ever catch on.
I don't think so either, but, you know. whatever.
You're whatever.
Well, now Drake DiGiorno coming to the plate. Tell me, Ryan, what's your favorite pizza?
Give me a stuffed crust Pep Mania pizza.
All right. All right. I
With
respect
extra
it.
pineapple.
All right. I somewhat respect it.
Respect out the door. Big swing and a miss there from DiGiorno.
I still somewhat respect it.
You a big Pep Mania guy?
Not really. I have had a couple of pepperoni pizzas in the past few weeks.
Past few weeks?
Yeah, past few weeks.
Man, slow down. DiGiorno watches that go by down low.
When you play a very high octane sport,
No.
you need as much fuel as you can get.
You're acting like you're a race car driver.
Well, no. I would say I'm kind of the opposite.
Just a regular driver?
I play water polo. If you didn't already know.
Was not aware. So 2-2 count for DiGiorno. Do you make a lot of pizza at home, or do you go out to eat pizza?
Mixture of both. We've got a pizza oven.
Makes sense. There it is. Strike three. DiGiorno goes down looking.
Well, that time it was delivery. It was not DiGiorno.
Wow. Rude. Simply rude, Hugo. So make it strikeout number 2 for Mauchart. And now Max Martinez up to the plate. Swings at the first pitch, high into the air, and it will land over towards the API Hot Chicken Truck.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, if the Packers are hitting a time in offensive purgatory, some would say, a little bit of dormant offense, but
like a volcano.
yeah, but if they can erupt in the playoffs, it would be much obliged from all in Healdsburg. That one, it's around the catcher.
Does. Hideki Prather advances to second base. So make it a 1-1 count for Martinez. And only one down here in the bottom of the 8th.
You know what's a sign of a fast game, Ryan?
The sun's still out.
Exactly, and we haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen the sun?
Nope, we have not. It has not been flashing into our eyes yet.
Oh, I was going to say, it's been out for a good amount of the day now, Hugo.
Well,
Are you someone that's scared of the sun?
you've seen me. I'm a pretty tan guy. I'm not scared of the sun.
Well, that could just be a tanning bed.
I would argue, great play. I think that was Rossi over there.
No, that's DiGiorno.
That is DiGiorno. That time it was DiGiorno.
Know your pizza.
Yes, sir. Have you ever had a DiGiorno pizza?
I have.
Oh, you have. All right.
What, have
how
you
was
not?
it?
Is it
I have
frowned
not.
upon
I have
in
not.
Italy?
No, I have not. I've never had a DiGiorno pizza.
That
Funny
pitch
enough.
outside.
What did you like it? Did you like it? What did you like about it?
I liked that it resembled a pizza in a similar way to Italian pizza and traditional, Italian meal. So full count. Here's the pitch. Swung on by Martinez high into the sky. Coming in on it's the shortstop, and holy cow, sitting under it for 10 minutes is Kevin Parker for the out.
And Hideki Prather thought that was 2 outs, so he started running and then immediately had to run all the way back. Quick guy over there, so huge for the Packers that did not turn into a double play, especially with a guy like Cade Campbell coming to the plate.
And I don't think Packer Pete's watching the game. A little too happy for what just happened. Dancing left and right.
Hey, well, I think mascots, it seems like they're
delusional.
No, I would say they're in an internal ecstasy. Much like Lucille, much like, I'm trying to think, the Philly Fanatic.
It's a curse.
Gritty. Are you familiar with Gritty?
I know of the dance, the Gritty.
You're not familiar with the Philadelphia Flyers mascot?
Oh, is that its name?
Yeah, the big orange blob that is Gritty.
I didn't know that.
That was a quick pick back over to Hideki Prather, and he's back quickly to beat out the throw there. People come in all sizes. They wear all their jerseys here. And we see a Petaluma National jersey here. We see a Brandon Crawford Giants jersey here.
That's about it.
Trying to think if I see any other
jerseys. We saw a Crushers
jerseys.
jersey earlier.
We did. We saw a Sonoma County Crushers jersey, which was incredible to see. Shout out from Rohnert Park, the guy who created those. That's his brand, from Rohnert Park. He is also from Rohnert Park, if you didn't really catch the alliteration there.
See, I thought it was cool because you got really fired up when you saw that. You actually cried a little bit, and I said, wow, this really means a lot to Hugo. So
it did. I cried. I peed my pants a little.
Okay, that's too much. And right there, Campbell watches the strike go by and clearly disappointed.
Oh, that's a tough one from the umpire. He thought there was 2 strikes there, so he went to ring him up. And he doesn't get it. So 2-2 now with 2 down.
Here's Mouchart's pitch. And that's chopped by Campbell. He's going to try to leg it out. Here's the throw. On time. They get Campbell before he can reach first and make that out number 3. We'll come back in the top of the 9th when Matt Barnes looks to close it out for the Packers and get the dub.
And we're back. Hugo Traverso alongside Nolan Brenner. Great night here in Healdsburg as the sun sets here. 3-2, Packers lead it. Matt Barnes in to close things out. It's going to be the top of the order for the Solano Mudcats. Wyatt Davis leads things off. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk and a sac fly. Struck out twice. The pitch. One's low there from Barnes. So a little bit of a struggle for Matt Barnes. Not something we've seen from him a lot, but he's bounced back.
Yeah, he's been dominant all year. A little bit of growing pains here in the 8th, but he can bounce back and close this game out in the 9th.
So here we go. Now down 2-0 in the count. Davis with his future college coaches looking on. Heading to be a Dawn at the University of San Francisco. He takes this one the other way. That might get up over the head of Kim. It's up and it's over his head. It kicks off the wall and it's a big kick all the way over. That was actually, I believe, Jake McCoy out there. That was a huge kick off the wall. Question is actually who's in left field?
That one, great piece of hitting by Davis. Just take it the other way, stay inside the baseball, lift that one up and over the left fielder, and with a stand-up double, huge hit there for the Mudcats to start this inning off.
Yeah, and his college coach is just to our right, walking back into the stadium, seeing Wyatt Davis on seconds. Got to make him happy. So now with nobody out and a runner on second, it is up to Tyler Crudo, Sonoma County's own, out of Sonoma State, trying to drive home a runner. The pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Matt Barnes picks up out number 1 on a strikeout.
And an unproductive out there for Credo. You at least have to try to put the ball in play and move that runner over to third with less than 2 outs. Big out there for Barnes to get here in the 9th.
Now it'll be Cody Buckley, 0 for 4 today. Watches that one low. 1-0. That was one of the ones the Rec Park crowd disagreed with, and they were wrong. Umpire calls that accurately, as called by our TrackMan. Some of our viewers were asking me how I can read the plate and read the pitches. Well, we've got a TrackMan system out here, and it's a great thing. So it's awesome to see. One's outside, and our scoreboard is messing up here at the ballpark, but
we're doing our best.
Yeah, so checking on the defense, it is Catalano out in left field now, so new left fielder for the Packers. Breaking ball in there from Matt Barnes is up high, 3-1.
Yeah, that one was up high on the track, man, so great call there by the umpire.
He's been pretty good today. Very accurate. 3-2. 3-1, excuse me, is in there for a called strike. 3-2 now, full count. Buckley. Ideally, if he does work a walk here, that might be the best option for the Packers if they don't get the strikeout. The pitch. Swing, and that one is fouled off to the right. Chasing is DiGiorno, and he will run out of room and let it go.
Just got to put the ball in play if you're the Mudcats. Try to just manufacture a run any way you can against a great pitcher here in Matt Barnes that has dominated this entire year.
Well, we'll see what they can do. Barnes looks in. Checks on the runner at second. Davis checks it going. This one is the other way, over on it, and making the catch is Leopard. Dashing for third, and in there safely is Wyatt Davis. And now the game-tying run is 90 feet away, and it comes down to Brett Haggerty. With that, Coach Gomes going to head to the mound, talk it over with his right-hander, chop things up and give him some advice. What would you say here? 6'6" pitcher coming in, or not pitcher, excuse me, hitter coming to the plate.
I would just say you have to try to put something up the middle. You don't have to win the game with one swing. You just gotta try to put the ball in play, try to get it through a hole and tie this game up.
Well, we'll see if he can do that.
That was what's so big about Credo's strikeout a couple at-bats ago. Say he moves the runner over and puts the ball in play. Well, that fly ball to right, the last at-bat ties this game up.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you have to execute, especially being a veteran. Tyler Crudo, the pitch is low and in the dirt. 1-0 now. Matt Barnes, Ladahoff behind the plate. The man at the plate, Brett Haggerty. That one inside. 2-0. Fans not happy with that one, but once again, TrackMan rules it a correct call. Thank you all for joining us here. The 2-0 is a breaking ball upstairs, 3-0. So chance now. 3-0 will have the green light. We'll see if Derek Bartram is on deck. If we see a walk, what will he do? This one's upstairs, and he will walk. So it'll be Derek Bartram. The last opportunity for Solano. Bartram 1 for 4 with a trio of strikeouts, singled his last time up.
None of that matters if he comes through here for the Mudcats.
Bartram, Marin County product. Fouls that one off. Nearly clips Buckley. That'll get you to back off of the fence there.
I would look for Barnes to throw a slider here, try to mix up the hitter's timing.
Well, he goes fastball, 91 miles an hour, fouled off.
And now the Mudcats are down to their final strike.
Well, here comes the standing ovation. 0-2 with 2 down. Matt Barnes facing Derek Bartram out of Novato High School. The pitch, swing and a miss! That's the ball game! Matt Barnes in crunch time. The Aggie closes it out. And the Packers win it 3-2. Final totals, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the visiting Solano Mudcats. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Packers. The Pack will be right back tomorrow here at Rec Park at 6 p.m. Jacob Van Roekel and Ryan Moffett will have the call for that one. Should be a fun one. Join us right here on YouTube at 6 p.m. Anyways, for Nolan Brenner, Ryan Moffett, our analytics team, and myself, Hugo Traverso, it's been a great one.